Dear Jazz, hello, happy second video. I'm sorry it's rather late. I've been preoccupied with being abroad in glorious sunshine, and this is the first opportunity I got to give you another video. So sorry about that, but better late than never. I've currently got in my hand a microphone that you're meant to insert into the laptop. I thought the last video I did was rather quiet, and I couldn't work out how to change that. But this microphone has you just meant to insert it, but just broke it, and chances are it was broken before I touched it, hopefully. But I don't think it's going to make much difference, so I might just leave it off. So again, I apologise, it's really quiet. You'll just have to turn me up to full volume. But yeah, okay, so where did we last leave off then? So, before the holiday, let's start with before. So it was the first week back. It's really disorientating actually. This is only my second week at home. So although I've had 3 weeks away from you, it's only my second week here. It's a little bit crazy. So first week that I left uni and I was at home, before I went on holiday, I was largely sorting out my room, which you know about, is now all sorted and everything. Everybody got their grades back from uni, and I did well. I did better than I thought I was going to be, which I was really chuffed about in both units. One I was dreading in particular, the professional unit. I thought the booklet that I did was a load of crap. I thought I made most of it up, but they wouldn't make any sense if they read it. So they either didn't read it and they just assumed it was okay, or they read it and it actually made sense. So whichever of those two options it is, I'm glad I passed. I did a high pass as well. So that was lovely. So fingers crossed, if you can believe their calculator, which I'm a little bit optimistic whether to do or not, I will have got a 2-1. Just, mind you, just 2% in. But who cares? It's a 2-1. That means so much to me. When I found out, I was messaging you, obviously, and Kaylee and Vicky. But when I went to tell my mum and dad, and then explain it all to them about how it worked, I actually ended up crying. I was just really, really happy. I didn't feel it was possible. So now I'm telling myself to calm down a little bit, just in case the calculator's not right, because that'll be a massive letdown. But either way, high 2-2, low 2-1, I'll be happy. And congratulations to you too on your grade, because according to the calculator, we've also got a 2-1, which is amazing. You did very well. So yeah, so that's really the only bit of news before the holiday that I haven't really spoke about on here. So yeah, so on the Saturday then, me, my mum, my dad, we went to Lanzarote for 2 weeks, and it was amazing. It was so nice. The weather was high 20s to 30s every day. It started off a little overcast for a few days, and I got really worried, but Mother Nature turned it around and glorious sunshine. We were sweating buckets, literally. It was so warm. But never mind. Now there's no sun. We've just got grey clouds and possibly rain too. I think rain and thunderstorms. So we ate lots of nice food. Went walking in every direction possible. We were quite close to like the shopping strip and then restaurants and stuff. So when we were due to go out at night, we'd go down there, or if we wanted to look at shops, we'd go in the other direction, that type of thing. So that was nice. And it was my mum and dad's 34th, 35th, or 33rd. One of those 3 numbers, it was their anniversary, their wedding anniversary on the Sunday. So we flew out on the Saturday, anniversary was on the Sunday. So we went out that night especially for New Year, our first New Year. And yeah, it was lovely. They had a really nice time. They liked their presents and everything. So that was good. Then on Friday that we were out there, so our first Friday out there, Hayley and John came to stay with us, and so they flew out they were staying for 10 days, which was great because last year they could only stay with us for 7. It went really, really quickly. So I think they felt they got an extra long break, and they both needed it. Work was being crap as usual. So yeah, so it was nice to see them. We went to the market as a group of 5, even though they kind of went off and did their own thing. My parents bought me 2 new glass pendants. You know the style I get, and they're really, really nice. They were only €6, so together as well, so that was quite nice, quite cheap. And then what did we do? From the market, we came back. We didn't do many excursions because we've already been to Lanzarote twice now. This was our 3rd time. We've already done like the Tim on Fire National Park trip, or we went to Forteventura on the boat. So we kind of have done all the excursions, so there wasn't really anything new for us to see. But I mean, when we go away as a family, we're not really sightseeing people. Like, we'll see new sights, but we don't demand it from every holiday. The whole point of our holidays is that we lie around doing nothing, basically, whether it be on the sunbed, on the sofa in the aircon room, or whether we just sit in a restaurant and get people waiting on us. So yeah, so it was nice to do market. We had done it before, but that's the great thing with markets. There's always something new, or a new stall, or you never see the same thing. You never see the same thing twice, and if you do, then it's no big deal because the next stall probably isn't the same. So that was the market, and then on Wednesday, Tuesday, in our 2nd week, we went to the zoo, and we've already done the zoo. We did the zoo in 2013, then we went back in 2014 and didn't do the zoo because we were already done it. But this year we kind of thought, well, we know what a zoo looks like. We see tons of zoo animals all the time, but you're never guaranteed that they're going to be doing the exact same thing that you saw them doing last time. And it was cheap enough. It was cheap enough entry. I really can't speak today. I do apologise. It was really cheap entry, and our resort was literally like a kilometre away from it. The distance was insane. It was tiny. But then if you kind of look at the map or look at the surrounding areas, it's all across like their freeways and motorways, and we didn't really want to risk walking it. So it sounds stupid because it was like a 10-minute walk at the most. We had to get a cab because my mum was getting a bit iffy about what if we get run over, because there was no like clear pavement markings. It was all like just dirt tracks, and from experience I know what happens when you follow a dirt track thinking it's a pathway and it isn't, and then you end up at a degree height. So it was best to get the cab, and the cab was cheap. It was like €2 something, and we felt sorry, so we gave them 5 to kind of say thanks for the effort of bringing us here. So yeah, so the zoo was really, really nice. Saw all the animals, got some amazing pictures because it was quite an overcast day that day. We timed it really well. The animals were like awake and doing things. Normally, when you go to a hot country, although the animals are used to the heat, they normally just always sleep, and like you tap them on the grass trying to wake them up, and they just ignore you. So the tigers were actually moving and battling with each other, and they're my favourite wild animal. I think that and a dolphin can't get any better than that in my opinion. And so from my uni wall, I collected like the animal photos that we've done over the holiday years. So Hayley and I have had our photos taken with a dolphin, with a camel, with an eagle. That doesn't sound like very much, does it? With a parrot, with a sea lion. Well, in 2013, that was where I got my sea lion photo taken, and we went to the sea lion show again this year, just to watch it, and it was only 20 minutes long. It was really nice. We'd already paid to watch it anyway, so it made sense. And then they had a photo opportunity, and I was like, oh, it's going to be the same sea lion, which you know, he was cute and everything, but I wouldn't want to pay the same money again to get the exact same type of photo again. I'd just be wearing a different top. Um, but as it happens, there was a different sea lion that they brought out at the start of the show. Um, so it's kind of hard to explain. And I could get you the photos, but I don't really know where they are at the moment. But once I post them on Facebook, you'll be able to see what I mean. So in 2013, basically, I had the biggest sea lion I think you can possibly get. And then this year, they did kind of the medium one, so it's not the baby ones, it's the next size up. So I thought, well, I haven't had my photo taken with one that size, so can I go and get it? And my parents were like, yeah, sure, go for it. And obviously, when you have your photo taken, you don't have to pay them there and then. It's up to you at the end whether you like the look of the photo to bother paying the money. But because it was a different sea lion, I thought I'd get it and add it to my collection. So yeah, that was cool. I will dig them out. I've still yet to put the photos on Facebook, partly because there was just so many of us to like pull our photos together. So I had to wait for Haley's, and I was sorting out mum and dad's as well. But then I had to delete the ones that were blurry or crop them or brighten them and things like that. But then we've also got this deal where if someone doesn't like a photo with them in it, they should get the chance to delete it before it goes on Facebook, because it's not really fair if you just post a photo and they don't like it. So yeah, so we're at that stage at the moment. We need mum and dad to go through and just check what ones they want. Hayley's already gone and put hers up, but that's fine. Mum got a little bit annoyed, but she's being really slow about it, so that's fine. So then what else? Ah, yes, I was just waving my finger. I don't know if you're going to be able to see this. So present-wise, Dad's normally annual spending is a mug of the place and a pen of the place. His spending went up this year. He got like t-shirts from the market and stuff. Mum bought tops for work, but bought them from like VHS or something like that. And so they said to me, "Oh, you've got two necklaces from the market. Is there anything else you're interested in?" And I happened to see, we walked past the department store and happened to see Pandora in the window. I think you can imagine what's coming. So we went in, asked questions, people showed us lots of nice things, and we were resisting. And then second to last day, we did like final shopping. So I bought Jess the rest of her present, and I bought Becca something as well. Mum bought stuff for work, and then we went back to this department store, and my parents bought me, I don't know if you're going to be able to do that, probably not, I don't know, the gold infinity ring, the ring that I've seen and wanted for about a year and a half now, and it is now finally sitting on my finger, along with my ones here. So yeah, so that was pretty exciting. I've been really paranoid about wearing it. I check it every 5 seconds, literally. It fits fine, but I'm just scared it's going to drop off, which be a nightmare. But it was so much cheaper out there. So it was 80 euros out there. But then in the UK, they're selling it for £95. So we tried to do a conversion, but 80 euros essentially equals like £65 or something like that. So it was a much better bargain to buy it out there. So yeah, I was really excited. So then the depressing day came to come back home, which we did Saturday. We had the longest wait ever for the plane. So we got kicked out of the room by 10. But our flight wasn't until like 8 at night. So we had a long day, but we were like playing pool and table tennis, trying not to get too hot though, because at the same time you don't want to get really warm before we fly, because then you'll smell like plane. So yeah, so the holiday was amazing. I wish I was back there. We have booked the exact same resort for next year, which at the time I thought was a bit of a risk because we didn't know what the resort was like. And it is smaller than what we're used to. It's on quite a tight complex. They don't really have any room to expand. But for what there is, there must be like not even 200 rooms. So it's not to cater big amounts of people, and there's nowhere to put them. There's room to put them, but I would just hate to see like the pool, especially the swimming pool. It's not very big, so in school holidays, I can imagine how awful that would be, packed with like lilos and balls and children. Like, oh, so I'm glad we go when we do, because I had the pool to myself for the first week. Like literally no one ever got in it. And in the first week, I'd say there was probably 5 kids, maybe under the age of 10. And then in the second week, there was maybe 15. There really wasn't that many. But it was really, really nice. And everybody in my family started taunting me because we had a lifeguard. Well, obviously, all swimming pools have a lifeguard, but we have a Spanish lifeguard there, and he became a little bit too friendly. And Haley started joking that he's my friend, and I should ask him to give us special like bonuses on things like reserve our sunbeds. Can you take the photo? Can you do this? And yeah, so he was really, really sweet. They all were sweet, but yeah. So that's that. That was the holiday. Can't believe it's over. Can't believe I've got to wait a whole year for another one. But never mind. So this is since Saturday. This is the first week back at home. See what I mean? So first week I was here, then 2 weeks abroad, but now I'm back here. So it's technically my 4th week away from you. It's only my 2nd week out of the house. So yeah, puzzling. So what have I really done this week? Not a lot. We were like doing all the washing and clothes sorting out and stuff. Dad and I have been doing a bit of gardening. I know, I don't like gardening, but I'm mainly helping him because he's got a bit of a dodgy back at the moment. I'm not sure what's wrong. I think he might like pull muscle or something. So I've been a bit worried about him, and I don't want him to be bending down if he doesn't have to. So I do it, and then I kind of straighten up and I'm like, oh my god, I'm stiff. So imagine what he's feeling. So yeah, we were doing that yesterday and today. That's about it. Oh, today I have started and finished this morning my new CD. I'm really happy with the way it looks. I thought it was going to take me forever. I've been putting it off, really, because I kind of thought the first week, oh, there's no point, I'm going on holiday, they won't be able to get in contact with me, I won't be able to contact them, so I'll leave it to when I get back. Now I'm back, I'm like, oh no, real world, and I know I need a job, I know I need money, but I don't know, it's just like, I'm a bit scared, but excited, a bit nervous, but at the same time I'm just, how much do I really go to apply for things? Like, do I purely stay within interior design, or do I take a chance at like an estate agent's job or something? If one comes up, that is, it might not come up, which there's nothing to worry about. So yeah, so I did that today. I'm going to do my portfolio, start that tomorrow. If I can finish the portfolio by Monday, and so like all of next week I then start sending out, that'll be fine. This weekend we have a rather, I hate to call it a dreaded event because it shouldn't be, and it's not in so many ways, but it's my nan's 80th, and she's not really my favourite person at the moment because of what happened with Charlie, but nevertheless she's still my nan. I do love her, and she's done a lot for me, so I want to celebrate her birthday with her, but my mum's sister is being, well, annoying. Let's leave it at annoying. She says she's coming down and she's booked her tickets and everything. She's due to get to us Friday. Now Nan knows nothing about vet coming down, she doesn't know there's a meal happening or any, she's completely in the dark about everything. So for that reason, vet is staying with us, and because I'm the one with the sofa in my bedroom, she's staying in my room. So we've had our differences, and as each year goes by, I think I hate her a little bit more, which I know is a very strong word, but she doesn't help herself. So she's staying here, but when my mum called her on Sunday, there's apparently been this massive drama with my cousin, the one who's 1 year older than me, Gemma. But they won't tell us what the drama is, and I haven't been bothered to ask Gemma because she never gets in touch with me, so why should I get in touch with her all the time? Crashing happening outside. So Beth said there's a massive drama going on, and for that reason she's gonna come from Norfolk to us, drop her stuff up at our house, and she's gonna go out with Jen for drinks Friday night. So we thought that's fine. Saturday, her and my mum are meant to be taking them for a meal in the evening, like an Indian, and she didn't want any grandchildren there because her kids won't turn up, and if her kids do, there could be more drama than there's worth, or maybe she'll feel like, oh, she'll feel pretty bad if her kids don't turn up, and mum's does. So mum agreed, okay, fine, Hayley and Kelly will stay at home, like, it's fine, the three of us can just go. But now Bet's saying that she wants to spend the daytime with Gemma, but she's sure she'll be back in the evening. Now the problem is she's not very reliable for time, so if she doesn't get back with Gemma till say 7 o'clock, that's going to be way too late for the meal to happen because, I don't know, Nan's old, she needs to be early. Some weird thing. So that happened, and then on Sunday, that is Nan's actual birthday, and that's when everybody who wasn't allowed at the meal is allowed to go around and see her at her house. We were going to put on like a little spread, just in case any other extended relatives want to drop over, they can, and then there's a nibble for them. I'm going to do a cake and things like that. I mean, she's 80, she should get a big deal made of it. But Bet was then also saying that she's going to spend time with Gemma on Sunday and can't go to Nan's till 5 till 6. And it's on a Sunday, and Hayley and Mum and John all have work on the Monday, so they're not going to want to stay around there in the evening. They want to be gone ideally by say 4. So 12 till 4, 11 till 4, 4 or 5 hours at Nan's. Bear in mind, Mum will have spent the previous day with her. I think it's more than enough, and it doesn't mean other relatives can't drop by, but it just means that Bet's getting out all the helping of the kind of organisation and decorating and distributing. So she's using this as an excuse to use us as a hotel, not pay anything to stay here, not give us any money for food, not even contribute to like buy food. She's using Nan's party as an excuse to be like, oh look at me, I'm here, I've arrived, I'm doing my dutiful daughter bit. When actually she's spending as little time with her as possible. So I think I'm literally going to have my headphones in all weekend, and on like full volume as well, because I'm not entirely sure how I'm going to be able to stop myself snapping at any ridiculous things she says. And obviously I don't want to snap because it'll put Mum in a bad position. But I'm past caring, to be honest. What I say to Bet, what Bet says to me, like, I'm just past it. I don't count her as family, which is shocking, I know, but she should have been there. So yeah, so we're looking forward to getting that over with. I think it's kind of weighing on all our minds, and that's when you know really that there's an issue with family, if it's to the point before they've even arrived you're dreading it. So yeah, so that's on the Sunday, and then on the Tuesday I'm meeting Jess. We're going to go for dinner, and I finally get to give her her 21st birthday present. 3 months late, I think, but again, better late than never. It'll be nice to see her. I haven't seen her for a long time. And yeah, pretty much it at the moment. I will be sending out. Oh, that's not it. The Wednesday after the Tuesday, I'm back in Portsmouth to pick up my work. So we've already booked the coach tickets, and we have to leave ridiculously early. And it's slap bang in the middle of rush hour. But hopefully I will get to the coach station at, I think it's like 20 to 11. So that then gives me an hour and a half to get myself and Dad over to Eldon, pick up all my work, so the exhibition stuff and the what's it called, the massive portfolio that they retained, before like the kick out time, which I think is 12. I'm hoping they're not wanting us to take it down, because I don't think anyone else is actually staying. I don't want to be doing it on my own, and I certainly don't want Dad either helping or waiting around for me to do it. And we've booked the coach back for 3ish, I think, so we're gonna aim to have lunch there, or at least Starbucks, to make like a little bit of a day of it, and then we're not back on the coach immediately. But again, slap bang in rush hour, so we'll probably get back really late. But yeah, so that's kind of next week. So I think this week is going to be very much waiting to get the weekend out of the way and getting the portfolio ready. Then next week will be those two things happening, and sending out my portfolio and CV. So yeah, not a lot else to report. I think I've said everything. I did write a list, because I thought I might forget something. I don't think so. No, that's it. So yeah, I've been watching the Euros. I don't know if you have. England are doing okay. They could be doing better. Yeah, that's it. I've got a tan. You can't really see in this light. It's a bit hard to see. But yeah, I'll post photos up soon so you can have a good nose. Have you bought your graduation dress yet? What's happening with that? Are you sticking with the one you had, or not? Any jobs? I'm trying to think of questions that I want to ask you. That's all I can really think of. Oh, our kitty cat neighbour friend. So our neighbour's black and white cat, who's become very, very confident that Ziggy's no longer here. He's become quite bold. We were out gardening yesterday, and he came round our legs and started stroking us, and we stroked him. He didn't stroke us, but like went around our legs and stuff. But then when we went in, he sat at the patio door and was meowing. And I thought, oh my god, what have we done? We only stroked him, but like he's become really attached to us, which is bad, because I know if I was his owner, I'd hate to know that another person was like giving him that much attention that he wanted to be with them instead of me. But the owner, I don't know, I've never seen him in his own garden. He's always been in ours. But he is really, really cute. He did it again today when we were doing the grass. So it's getting a bit cocky. But yeah, that's it. So, second video complete. I hope this works okay. I'm going to try and upload it. I've just seen how long I've been running for, so sorry. I think I've mumbled and ummed and ahed quite a lot. I do apologise. I hope it uploads okay. We'll soon find out. So anyway, speak soon.